We're already so stupidly rich, it's gonna be a good day. And I could honestly just sit here killing cave spiders all day. But instead of that, we're long overdue to hire someone. Namely someone named Jake for 447 billion. But they are gonna take my block DPS from 1.4 million all the way up to 35 million. So that's a 35 times increase, and you can see the speed here. So we'll go ahead and put it to work on the coal ore as we work our way closer to diamonds. And we're chewing through this block so incredibly fast that I think we'll go ahead and buy another Jake. So now the coal ore is almost evaporating. Should we buy one more? No, we should spend the rest on mob killers because we need to be able to kill cave spiders even quicker than this. So far they're chunking away, but if we buy some of these guys, like a lot of them, then yeah, spider drains instantly. And that still saves us a lot of money to spend on more Jakes or hills. But since our damage is this stupid now, let's start working our way towards the next boss, which shouldn't take long because our damage seems adequate. I mean, I was saving up for quite a few hours to get to this point. It's slowing down a little bit, but we'll make up for that soon. Oh, and we're already in the new block area. But we'll see what the boss is at floor 35. It's a skeleton jockey. As long as we can kill it faster than its timer is, then we're fine. So we're definitely still fine. My hits don't really make much of a difference now, but every time we kill it, we go from 317 billion to 344 billion. So we're getting somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 billion every time the skeleton jockey dies. But the next upgrade is a little bit expensive at 9,900 billion, so 9.9 trillion. I do like how the numbers up here are getting so big they're starting to overlap. So once our 6-legged spider dies this time, we'll have enough to buy another Jake, which is going to increase our block mining again. And it's probably going to make a pretty big difference. Yep, it's chunking away now. At least until floor 25 when it's going a little bit slower, but every time that counts down we're getting so many resources. Speaking of which, we can afford the iron shovel, probably by quite a large margin at this point. We can also afford the iron pickaxe, which does tons of damage to mobs and blocks. We're still a little ways away from the iron axe, but not as far as you might think. Yeah, I can knock the skeleton jockey down pretty quickly, and at the rate he's giving us value, we're gonna go ahead and enjoy this. I'd like to think I'm just shaking him to death. I just shake him up and down until his brain just kind of melts. So I guess we should probably just maybe upgrade the iron pickaxe. That's probably going to help us. There we go. Look how quick he dies now. We spent all of our resources on that, but yeah, it's worth it. And at the rate we can kill a skeleton jockey for his great reward, we can get all sorts of upgrades. We can increase block production again by a large margin. Now it's smoothly going along. Basically, we need to kill this guy so we can upgrade our block production so we can buy better weapons so we can kill this guy quicker again. So we're going to buy another Jake who's going to increase the mining DPS by 20%.
I've been here killing this spider for a long time.
But we saved up enough to get Hill. Hill costs 9,900 billion, so I think that equates to 9.9 trillion resource points. But when we buy him, look at the increase in speed for killing the skeleton jockey. It's quicker than I can do it now. So I've already made back about 1/30 of my investment, which is absolutely bananas considering how long that took to do. And actually I just looked at the block for the first time, and we can almost afford the iron axe too. In fact, we just got it as a touchdown, so now we're going to get the iron axe, so we're going to do 414 billion damage to mobs, 325 billion to blocks, which is a giant upgrade. So we're definitely one-shotting the boss. It's a little hard to see amongst my friends also doing it, but that's kind of funny. And as far as the blocks are concerned, yeah, we can absolutely tear through them now. So we just need a few more of these upgrades, but we're already back into the trillions again. And we've unlocked the next block. Iron ore. We're going to start mining iron ore itself, which is going to give us a huge boost every time. Yeah, like 600 billion every time we touch down. So it's not actually going to take us long at all to get a second iron axe, which is going to double our clicking power again. And that feels good because you can just never have too much power. Or iron ore. So we get that, and now we're doing even bigger chunks again. All the while our skeleton jockey's being murdered over and over and over again. Well, we're about to buy a gold sword though too. Well, once we get $150 trillion we are. But I've got time if you do. I mean, we have 5 trillion right now, so it's not actually that far out. Okay, iron axe number 3. I think that's going to give me about a 50% increase again. And I just want to get all the way up to the next level of block, which is going to be iron block. Every time we mine one of these, it's about 1.4 trillion. Or 1400 billion, if that makes more sense. Now, as for a very noisy skeleton jockey, I feel like my damage is enough to carry us through the mobs, so we want block mining faster because that's not going to do, so I'm going to buy more Jakes. Not sure if that's a wise choice or not, but it is moving considerably faster. So while the blocks are mining themselves, let's find a way to the next boss as we one-shot everything on our way there. I love how quick it is, but I know by the time we get to level 40 and get a new boss, it's going to slow down a little bit. So just enjoy the genocide until then. Maybe even grab yourself a coffee while you wait. Level 38 mobs is slowing down, but they do have 438 billion health. And level 39, they have 774 billion. But I'm pretty sure they're going to make me rich regardless, and I still do way more damage by physically touching them. A witch! Yeah, even the witch we're tearing through already. And if I hit it, extra witch points. So every time we kill one of these, it's $800 billion. Just like in real life. Okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is buy another mob destroyer. So that's going to double the rate that the ruin bar goes. Actually, while we're at it, because we're making so many billions of these, I'm going to upgrade Jake some more just for faster block mining. Because the faster that's going, that's really going to, you know, jump us ahead. And then let's invest another $11 trillion into mob mining, so we're going to go 50% quicker automatically. So they only live a few seconds now. I'm just trying to kill things as quickly as possible. I'm speed running through this. Basically, I wouldn't even have to clear 100 of these blocks to get the gold sword. Okay, we've mined 36 iron blocks because I wasn't paying attention. We're onto redstone ore. Every time we kill a redstone ore, we're going to get lots. I think it's a little over 2.5 billion if I'm seeing that correctly. Nope, I was wrong. It's more like 3.5. 3.5 billion every time I kill a redstone block. I've murdered enough redstone ores to afford a gold sword. So we're going to buy that. That's going to give me 10 trillion DPS, or 10 trillion clicking power rather, which is going to be a pretty big upgrade. So let's test that on the witch. I think we're one-shotting the witch, so we can just kill the witch rapid fire if we want to. Which, I mean, I don't mind doing for a little while. This is kind of fun. And I really only have to kill this thing another 150 times to afford Gabe. And nothing against Jake down there, but he's really not doing well on the green line. My days of witch slaying are coming to an end. We're going to go ahead and buy Gabe, who's going to make a very big difference on how fast we're mining redstone ore. That's lightning fast in comparison. And we finished redstone ore, so we moved on to redstone blocks, which are going to be even more valuable, albeit harder to mine. Each one of those apparently gives us about 9 billion resources. Alright, so let's move on from the witch and see what other kind of idiots are out there. I'll just gold sword my way through this because I'm strong enough to one-shot everything. We do seem to be in a nether these days because there's all sorts of things from the nether. By 43, I'm two-shotting things, so they're definitely escalating quickly. I just hope the level 45 boss, which is a Ghast, is well worth it. So we're going to go from 50 billion experience points to 72. So we're getting about 23,000 per kill. 23,000 billions, that is. So we'll be able to afford a new Gabe in no time at all. Does anyone else think the Ghast looks sad? I hope it is. Miserable last few moments of its existence. So we're going to buy a Gabe. The green line here is going to go even quicker. It's chunking away. And I just looked up and realized we've made 181 trillion gray rocks now. And that number's still going up and up and up very fast. So in fact, we should upgrade our gold sword. Double damage to what we were just doing. So now the Ghast dies twice as quick. Which is actually sad because he suffers half as long. But that also means we should be getting close to the elusive diamond stuff. Should be a pickaxe and an axe after that, and then diamond. Okay, time to buy one more gold sword for another 50% damage increase. The Ghast is dying quite a bit quicker. Which means we get richer all the quicker, which means we can buy, wow, actually a few more Gabes. 2 more Gabes. And we're now mining gold ore, which actually goes away pretty slowly considering, but I'm sure we're going to get a fortune every time one of those gets mined. So this brings us from 45 billion to 179 trillion. Did I read that right? That seems like a wildly big upgrade. I'm all for it, but that's huge. So 179 trillion to 313 trillion. All right, I wasn't wrong. So since we're making money that alarmingly fast, I'm going to buy another gold sword. And I think I've got to go back to murdering some Ghast again for a little bit. Actually, you know what? We don't have to. Let's just move on to the level 50 boss. It's going to get us more money because we definitely have the damage to get through these idiots. Progress is slowing down at 48. By the time we get to the next boss, it might be a little bit hard. Okay, these pigment jockeys and blaze rods have 673 trillion health. Even the stupid little magma cubes. Oh, but we're actually getting pretty rich because I've got another 1,000 trillion. Otherwise known as a quadrillion, unless I'm being stupid. Which means the level 50 boss is a wither skeleton. Of course it is. Wow, that's actually really hard to kill. I don't think I can even do this with my current setup. Let's put some more money into buying a few more games. So that's going to put the block mining way up quick, and that's going to help because we can buy more gold swords. Especially when the gold ore is moving that quick, that's almost a joke. So 1, 2, 3 upgrades to our gold sword, and now we can take out the wither skeleton. It's still not quick, but I bet he's worth a lot. It's actually still hardly faster than his actual challenge gauge. So from 235 trillion to 909 trillion. So almost 700 trillion every time we kill one of these. Almost a quadrillion. So I'm also going to upgrade the gold sword one more time because I don't know how long I can keep clicking like this. But every time that green bar counts down 2, we get another upgrade to the gold sword, which means a little bit less clicking for me. I can definitely also buy a few more games, so we're going to do that. That way this goes quicker, so the sword upgrades come faster. And this is going to be gold sword upgrade number 10. So now we're comfortably ahead of him and I don't have to stress so bad about murdering him. I just bounce him to death the good old-fashioned slow way. After slowly murdering the wither skeleton again and again, I've saved up 7 quadrillion experience points. So I can buy Marcus for the first time. He's going to add 480 trillion DPS. So he's able to kill the wither skeleton. At least I hope he is. That's actually pretty close, but I think he's got it. Okay, he's got it by a good margin. So now the wither skeleton is going to auto die and I don't have to do a thing. Except to get really, really rich. Yeah, we're mining gold ore pretty quick, so now I kind of just sit back and wait. After letting the game do all the work for a little while, I can afford the gold shovel. Costs $4 quadrillion, but I can mine a lot of blocks. Which have moved on to the gold block, but I take big bites out of those, and each time I mine one of these, I get 350 gray trillion blocks. So 350 trillion every time this touches down, so that's going to add up alarmingly quick. I'm also going to buy another Marcus who's going to double our wither skeleton killing capacity, so that's going much quicker. So now to sit here and click a gold block until something good happens. We're onto emerald ore. So that's going to be even more valuable again. So we're going from 1.4 trillion to 2.3 trillion, so $900 trillion. We've mined our share of emerald ore, it's time to move on to emerald blocks. We still mine these fairly quickly, but they're going to be even more valuable. We're going to go from 29.3 to 31.8. So we're getting 2.5 trillion every time we mine one of these blocks. Been mining emerald blocks, and guess what we have enough to buy now? The gold pickaxe. So that's going to do 10 times the damage the blocks are doing, and I don't know how many more times to mobs. Basically mining this goes very quick now, and we can already move on to whatever the next block is. Oh, we're mining diamond ore finally. That's got to be worth a lot. Yeah, that's worth a lot. Diamond ore, we're going from 15,000 trillions to 22,000 trillions. So we're getting 7,000 trillions, $7 quadrillion every time we mine a diamond ore. Plus, it's only going to take like 60 seconds to get back to the gold pickaxe value. 18 diamond ores later, and we get gold pickaxe again, so we can mine diamond ore quicker and kill mobs faster. I wonder what comes after diamond ore. Probably diamond block. That would make sense. Well, moving on to the diamond block, which goes very slow, which is crazy considering how powerful my pick is. And if I'm not actively mining this thing, it makes 0 progress. But when I do mine it, we go from 18 quadrillion all the way up to 117. So we're getting 100 quadrillion every time we mine one of these, which is absolutely bananas. So I'm going to do it more. We'll go ahead and buy one more of those, which gives us 6 in total, which means we're doing 23,000 trillion damage per click. Yeah, you know what? One more, just because I was having fun with that. So we're up to 27 quadrillion damage. I bet the wither skeleton's going to enjoy all that. Yeah, we can absolutely one-shot the wither skeleton. So I'm going to enjoy knocking his dummy on his head again and again. Yeah, I've killed this dummy enough times, so we have enough to buy Gordon, who's going to be our new block miner. He mines 12 quadrillion blocks per second, which hopefully gets a diamond block moving, albeit slowly. But since our damage is this high, let's move on to the next boss. We just gotta go through the next 5 levels. I hope we're strong enough. It's a little bit hard to tell. And you're dead, 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 and you, and you, and you. Well, I think the grinding probably paid off, because here's the next boss called the Vindicator, and he's dying within a second. And we're getting 20 quadrillion dollars every time we kill him, so that's gonna add up incredibly quick. In fact, we can already add another Gordon to mine blocks double quick. The diamond block mining is still very slow, but it's so valuable every time it touches down, that's absolutely worth it. And as soon as we can buy one more Gordon, we're going to get that even quicker. I do want to go back and mine just a few diamond blocks. The Vindicator we can't kill by ourselves yet, at least not on autopilot. I just wanted to buy a few more pickaxes, that way we can mine diamonds quicker, but also kill the Vindicator even faster. So let's see how that works out for him. Yep, that's quicker. Not hugely quicker, but noticeably quicker. So let's buy a few more Gordons, and they can mine diamonds for me. No, it's actually moving pretty quick, so we'll go through those diamond blocks before you know it. So I've clicked on his diamond block enough that I can afford the gold axe now, which is going to get a massive upgrade to both block and mob damage. So now the diamond block only takes a few shots to make it go away. Also, I was so in the zone with clicking, I didn't realize we're long past the diamond block finish. We've moved on to obsidian, which is pretty hard to kill, but not actually as bad as you would think. And each time I kill that, I get like 270 quadrillion resources. And there it is, the diamond sword. We finally made it. And we've already saved up enough for the double gold axe, so now we're doing twice as much damage to obsidian and to the mobs. So we can tear through these extra quick. We're gonna buy one more gold axe for good measure. Now those go super quick, but we need to go mob farming. We'd best just be moving on through the mobs. I'm pretty sure we'll get through all of these without much resistance at all while getting stupidly rich. Okay, so double booker farming, yeah, that's moving pretty quick. I'm happy with that. I do want to see what comes after obsidian. I don't know if it's an obsidian block, because I don't know if that's a thing. So we're going to go from 740 quadrillion to about double that. So we're getting about 740 quadrillion every time we kill a block. Basically almost $1 quintillion every time we kill a red block, and we kill those quite often. Okay, what I definitely need now is 2 more bookers to farm mobs on my behalf, which looks something like that, which means they're dying very quickly, so I can pretty much relax. Okay, netherrack is done, so we move on to soul sand, which is slower to mine, but I bet it's valuable. We'll go from 26 quadrillion all the way up to 28 quadrillion. 2 quadrillion every time we mine, 2 quintillion every time we mine one of these. $2 quintillion, that's not bad at all. Not only is this the final soul sand we need, but also enough resources to get the diamond sword finally, which only damages mobs. But to put that into perspective, this is the damage you're doing to the evoker now. This is how much we're gonna do after buying the diamond sword. We one-shot him, and we one-shot him very easily. And then we also have to find a way to mine nether brick, which probably isn't gonna be super easy. But I bet it's gonna be valuable. 770 quadrillion up to 7,000 quadrillion. So 6,300 quadrillion, 6.3 quintillion every time we mine one. Well, I feel like there's not much point in having a diamond sword if we're not going to test it on things, so let's one-shot everything until the next boss. And it is very enjoyable wielding a diamond sword, it always is. It's actually already run out. On floor 63, we can't one-shot things anymore, which is kind of insane. I am two-shotting things, so I think we're going to be okay for the boss, which is a wither, which is actually a boss, but we can kill it. And that brings us from 81,000 quadrillion to 98, so 18 quintillion every time we kill it. Otherwise known as way too much, but also somehow not yet enough. But we get the big Q's on the screen, and that's a lot of zeros. Diamond sword carry me through this. So in saying that though, we're going to spend $196 quintillion on John, who's going to be a big time block farmer, and he can mine nether bricks like no one else. We also need a mob farmer because we can barely move. But I've got an upgraded diamond sword and I've used it to defeat the wither, so let's let things here run for a week and come back and demolish whatever's next.